Why does the eagle fly alone while the crows always stay together? It may look lonely, but sometimes the greatest destiny begins the moment you leave the crowd behind. This isn't just a story about birds. It's about anyone who chooses purpose over approval and has the courage to follow their own path. In a quiet forest lived a young eagle named Arin. He dreamed of flying higher than anyone had ever flown. But every day, he watched the crows laughing together, and he wondered if being alone meant something was wrong with him. One day, Arin made a choice that changed everything. Tired of feeling different, he left his own path and joined the flock of crows, believing that fitting in would finally make him happy. At first, the crows welcomed him with friendly smiles. But as the days passed, they laughed at his large wings and questioned why he always dreamed of flying higher than everyone else. Slowly, Arin stopped flying as high as he used to. To avoid standing out, he began hiding his true potential and settled for a life that never felt like his own. High above the forest, an old eagle named Arin watched everything in silence. He knew Arin wasn't losing his wings. He was losing confidence in himself. One quiet evening, Arin invited Arin to the mountain cliff and gently asked, "Tell me, are you following your own dream, or are you simply following the crowd?" Arin lowered his head. Deep inside, he knew the answer. He had been chasing acceptance for so long that he had almost forgotten the dream that once filled his heart. Arin looked toward the endless sky and said, "The crowd may offer comfort, but comfort rarely leads to greatness. Every eagle is born with wings to soar higher, not to hide among those afraid to rise." The next morning, Arin watched the crows closely. They argued over tiny scraps of food, fought over small victories, and spent more time competing with each other than growing stronger. Then he noticed something strange. Whenever one crow tried to fly a little higher, the others mocked him until he gave up and returned. No one wanted anyone to rise above the flock. Arin slowly looked toward the distant mountains hidden behind the clouds. They were peaceful, untouched, and far beyond the reach of the crows. Something deep inside him came alive again. Arin smiled and quietly said, "Those mountains aren't meant for crows. They're meant for eagles who have the courage to trust their own wings, even when no one flies beside them." That night, Arin couldn't sleep. Orion's words echoed through his mind. He realized that every day he spent following the crowd was another day he was moving farther away from the life he truly wanted. As the first rays of sunlight touched the forest, Arin made his decision. He would stop living for the approval of others and start living for the purpose that had always been waiting for him. The moment Arin spread his wings and flew upward, the crows burst into laughter. "You'll fail," they shouted. "You'll come back just like everyone else." But this time, Arin didn't look back. The higher Arin climbed, the stronger the wind became. Every flap of his wings demanded more strength than before, and for a moment, he wondered if the crows had been right. Without warning, dark clouds covered the sky, thunder echoed through the mountains, and heavy rain began to fall. Arin found himself flying into the biggest storm of his life. The fierce wind pushed him back again and again. Rain soaked his feathers, and lightning lit up the sky. Every challenge seemed to whisper, "Turn back while you still can." Exhausted and afraid, Arin almost gave up. Looking down, the forest seemed close enough to return to. For a brief moment, the comfort of the crowd felt tempting again. Just then, Arin appeared beside him. Calm and fearless, he said, "Every eagle meets storms. The difference is that eagles don't run from them, they learn to rise because of them." Arin took a deep breath and stopped fighting the wind. Instead, he trusted his wings and let the powerful currents carry him higher than he had ever imagined. With one final push, Arin broke through the dark clouds. The storm disappeared beneath him, and a sky filled with warm golden light stretched endlessly in every direction. Above the clouds, everything was peaceful. There was no noise, no fear, and no one telling him what he could or couldn't become. For the first time, Arin truly understood what freedom felt like. Arin smiled as he soared through the endless sky. For the first time, he didn't feel lonely. He realized that being alone wasn't a punishment. It was the freedom to become the person he was always meant to be. Looking down, the crows had become tiny dots in the distance. The voices that once filled him with doubt could no longer reach him. When you rise high enough, the noise of the crowd begins to fade. Arin landed beside him with a proud smile. "Now you understand," he said. "The sky has always been big enough for your dreams. The only thing holding you back was your fear of leaving the crowd." From that day on, Arin never chased acceptance again. Instead, he focused on becoming stronger, wiser, and better with every flight. His greatest competition was no longer others, it was the person he had been yesterday. As the seasons passed, Arin grew into one of the strongest eagles in the mountains. He didn't become great because he was born different. He became great because he had the courage to stay true to himself. Young eagles soon began looking up to him. They asked how he became so fearless, expecting to hear the secret to flying higher than anyone else. Arin simply smiled and said, "The hardest part isn't flying higher. The hardest part is believing in yourself when everyone else tells you to stay where you are. Remember, not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Some paths are meant to be walked alone, because they're leading you to places the crowd was never meant to reach." The eagle flies alone not because it has no friends, but because its destiny lies above the noise of the crowd. If this story inspired you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs the courage to trust their own wings. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and never be afraid to fly higher.